I just wanted to record this little story real quick before I forget. I'm using my new iPhone. It's kind of exciting. I had a couple come to my table today that Courtney photographed, and they didn't speak English at all. We're at a Spanish church, so that's not uncommon, but they were so nice. They just had this really sweet spirit about them. They sat down, and I started to show them like our presentation, and the guy was like, I just have a confession to make, but we are not going to be able to buy any portraits. You know, we're here, we're refugees from Cuba, and we can't even get, jobs right now, and we're just very, very poor, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, you're from Cuba? And so we started talking about Cuba and Castro and how bad things are there, and he was telling me people obviously have no understanding of how their revolution really hurt all the people it was supposed to help, and I was like, yeah, I know, I've studied all of that. I've studied that in not just your country, but in other countries like in Venezuela or in Russia and China and all the places that the leftists have promised to bring prosperity to the underclass, and only to create more people who have less and hurt the least and the weakest among them the most. And he was very, very, very kind and not abrasive at all, but just extremely concerned about the state of affairs here. He's like, there's no place to go. We've already left our home. They've been married 30 years, so they're like in their 50s or 60s, and they've only been in the United States for a few months, and it was really heartbreaking. So I didn't want to forget about them, so I wanted to make sure and record that story, because I think it's something that we all need to really understand carefully, because it's not hard to fall into the same lies and the same deceptions and the same promises that the Cuban people had bought into at one point, or some of them did anyway, enough of them. He said, we have free healthcare and free education. He's like, but it's not free. There's no such thing as free. The government doesn't produce anything. All they do is take money from the people in the country who do produce by taxation, and then use that money to whatever ends they like. So when they offer something for free, it's not really free. The people who earn a living are paying for it. And he said it's all a lie. They just pay more and more and get less and less, and it's crappy, and there's no hope, and it's just incredibly destitute. And he said, I would rather be here and be poor and be free and not get any assistance from the government. And it was really beautiful just to see someone who's really understands and appreciates, why it's so beautiful to have the freedom to fail or succeed, or to just be whoever you want to be and say whatever you want to say, and not worry about whether or not you're going to be arrested in the middle of the night and carried off and put in a friggin' prison or killed or whatever. And in the way that he looked in his eyes and his wife looked in her eyes when they would talk about how serious it was and how really awful the government in Cuba is, and how Castro is such a horrible person, and Chavez, and all these people that are so admired by some people in the United States. You look in his face and you see that it's an incredibly sad situation for the people that he left behind, and it's serious, and it is nothing like the utopia that, for whatever reason, people believe it is to be in a country like that. So anyway, I just wanted to record that. So I'm probably gonna write something about it on Facebook as well. I'm just thinking that.